OnlyFangs 3. There's a big segment of OnlyFangs 3 we could listen to here. Let's hear what they're saying about OF3.
That's great. And did you put any more, as a segue, did you put any more thoughts into my house idea that we had for OnlyFangs?
Yes.
Because did you look at the comments? It was very well received.
Yes. No, I genuinely am going to do something like that. We are... Man, I actually got messaged by Zaryu. He's like, so what are your thoughts? I don't know what everyone's vibe is with OnlyFangs 3. Like, I don't know if people even want it. Of course, viewers do.
No, I think we definitely want it.
Hold on 1 second.
While you're checking that out, can I just say the verdict is in? I would say 7 out of 8 comments were like, love the WoW content. 1 out of every 8, I fucking hate WoW. But I would say overall, overwhelming majority, the people have spoken, WoW's in.
WoW's in.
Episode, but it's in.
Okay. No, I agree. WoW is there. So, really...
That was you, Lauren?
I'm not sure. Like, OnlyFangs 3...
You were the one that commented, I hate WoW?
I think is going to happen. Yes.
Okay, it's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to be as hype as the last one. I don't think it can be because it's TBC, and I think it's definitely iffy, but it's got some pros to it. And yeah, what you brought in, the houses or whatever, we're going to have probably 5 houses on each team. You can call them houses. You can call them, I'm going to call them just officers in general. So each team is going to have an officer because it's Karazhan. It's 10-man.
Yeah, but houses, like, think of it, why, instead of calling it an officer, calling it houses, like, it's House Baratheon. It's House Targaryen.
Okay, the problem with that...
Think about all like the memes and stuff you can make.
I understand. You're right. But the problem with that is... So you need a leader for each Karazhan, right?
Yeah.
Maybe one person can overall be leading 2 to an extent. You can have them do 2.
You can have them do like 4.
I don't know about that.
I think
4.
you could.
No,
Well, last time we had...
I like where Soda's at. I like where Soda's at with that.
People. I do think this time around we will have more. Yeah. No, I think we're going to have about 150 plus people that are going to be raiding. Okay?
So we have about 100 people dying to Prince Malcolm.
Absolutely. People are going to be dying left and right. Point is...
Chat, what if I was leading a Karazhan with all like 9 other RuneScape streamers in it, and we got to clear Karazhan without dying? That could be fun, man. I don't know about you guys, but that actually fires me up a little bit to think about that. That would be sick.
Is you can have these like houses, but it's getting people assigned to a house locks them in place too much. Really, it just needs to be Nick's raid. You're gonna be leading a raid, and you'll have your assigned people. And if they die, other people will get brought in, of course. And yeah, it's gonna be like, and every single week, let's say,
what's different than just calling it a house, though?
I think it causes issues. I guess sure.
It's just something that, like, you can make T-shirts with your house on it. You can make logos.
Allegiances change all the time, so that's
guild
not a problem.
tabards.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you're right.
A bunch of different
we
stuff.
could do a house direction. Point is, you have to think about how things actually play out. You have to think about the tanks and how many are needed here and there. You have to think about the healers and the different comp variations. A lot of different things. And yet, what's cool is every week, because Kara is a 10-man, you're going to be matched up with a different house for mags and gruels.
Bro, what if each house was a different game on Twitch? And you had to have, so you have like, or you could have like a first person shooter house or like a Valorant house, and they have to bring over 10 Valorant streamers or like 20 Valorant streamers because 10 of them are going to die. And they could have like a RuneScape house. That would be kind of sick. That might work.
But now you need 5 extra people.
Yeah.
Because it's 25. You're going from 10-man to 25. Yeah, 2 houses combined, that's 20 people. Who are the extra 5?
Other people from the houses?
No, you don't want to split them that hard. Like, it's going to suck to be in Nick's house and, like, I have to go fucking...
To be fair, I think Gruels and Mags is better with 20 people. I think the Shatter is better when people are dead.
Oh, you think it's actually safer with less?
I do, 100%. You know?
Yeah,
I think less people spawning random fire is better.
On Gruel for sure.
There's an argument to be made that, yeah, 20, but then you don't meet DPS checks. The tanks can get random...
check?
Gruels has a DPS check.
Does it?
Yes.
At the end, yeah.
No, not at the end. The whole fight is a DPS check.
Oh.
He literally ramps up and gains 30% damage every single, like, 20 seconds.
True.
So there's a DPS check there. And there's DPS check just in general on tanks randomly getting one shot. because that does
I'm not
happen.
sure where the other 5 come from, but there have to be floaters.
Exactly. There's going to be some floaters here and there. And
So maybe the people who don't get to go to Kara will come to Grills and Mags.
Exactly. So in that sense, what's
True.
going to happen, let's say you and who's another streamer that I would give leader of a house to, fucking
Ampy.
Zaryu. Let's do Zaryu. Okay, so you and Zaryu, you guys are going to Karazhan. You're overseeing. You have some noobs in your group that you've been trying to teach. They've gone to heroics, whatever. You go to Karazhan. You clear it. That week, your group, or house, as you really want to call it, is now paired with Zaryu's group. So you're going to meet up and like, hey, we're raiding with Zaryu's group. You are both going to probably be like, I bet our house does more damage than yours. You're going to be parsing against each other because that's just how it's going to go.
It's gonna be whoever survives. What?
Yeah, at the end of the day. And then the extra 5 people, I mean, we're going to have to wing it from there. And yeah, they'll be brought in. But yeah, it's going to be
So
houses.
how about the extra 5 people from both sides? They do a Kara group together.
What? Oh, yeah, they can form their own Kara group.
Yeah.
They can call it like the fucking bastards.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bastard children do their own Karazhan.
Sometimes houses march together, you know?
So well, what mainly was important about your whole talking point, Nick, is it made me think about the fact that 10 people is not 40-man raids. Karazhan is the main content,
It is.
and I can't just have Tyler versus Soda Poppin'. You can't do that. Not with Karazhan. It has to be, sure, we can be me and Tyler, but you need all these other branches going under it to make it actually work. With how many fucking 10-mans are going to be going out?
Like a
So that's my
like
thought
a
process.
like
Why
guild,
is it a
like
versus?
segments of the guild within a guild.
Why is it a versus?
Yeah, why is Tyler versus Soda?
I think it
Because
would be great
there's going
if you
to be a
put
point
all of the
So,
gamers from
I'm
each
having
game
Zero-
into one house, because that combines the viewer base and it allows them to watch somebody different when their streamer's not on. At least they can watch somebody else. It's the same way that it's the same thing that happened when like we all came to OSRS, and it's like you could watch Guzu, you could into Jokered, into Savix, into me if you wanted. Shobek was on earlier in the day, and then later at night there was probably somebody else that I would raid. Like Triumphant, or if was anybody streaming later at night. By the time I would get off, Guzu was about to get back on. So like it was like almost like you had 24/7 coverage of RuneScape, of like the WoW players playing RuneScape when we all came over. LSJ would be playing late at night. Jay would be playing late at night. So there was always somebody to watch. They came along a bit later. I was trying to remember like really in the beginning if there was anybody playing in the late night section, but I would almost play until Guzu went live. Like I would in my stream maybe like 3 hours before Guzu went live. So we almost had like 24/7 coverage. So having a similar thing like that for OnlyFangs 3 with smaller segments where if the RuneScape viewership was coming over to watch OnlyFangs content, they could watch people that they know. I think it would be really good if you combine them all into one house. Or like all the viewers that come over from a certain section automatically go into the same house. And then you could fill it. You could fill the extra slots with different people or random people who don't identify. You fill it with variety streamers who don't necessarily identify with any game. You fill them in. Or you merge 2 games together. If you have 2, I don't know, Among Us streamers and like 5 Resident Evil streamers, you can put them in the same house together. Right? You kind of like look at the breakdown.
OG rank all of the heroics on difficulty. When you clear a heroic, let's say you clear Blood Furnace, that's worth 20 points. Sure. Every week, there's going to be a guild meeting. In that guild meeting, Tyler's group, or all of the Aldor versus all of the Scryer, we're going to have points versus points. And you'll be able to...
House Gillinor.
Pawn Stars, or not Pawn Stars, my...
Guys, should we be House Gillinor?
With the boxes you can open in the bank? Something like that. But there's going to be Spell Strike or Mooncloth.
Is that a fire
Blink
name?
Strike. And with those points, you can earn your guild Blink Strike or your house. And then you're going to say, well, your group farmed the most heroics. Your house farmed the most heroics out of all the Aldor. And the Aldor won this Blink Strike. We're going to give your house this Blink Strike because your house farmed the most.
Okay, so you're married to the Aldo versus Scryer thing.
I mean, why not? It doesn't. Who gives a fuck? But you're right. But at the end of the day, who cares?
Yeah. Okay.
How else do you want to do this, Nick?
Well, no, I mean that's fine.
Do you want like a 5 versus 5
Versus
5 houses or a 5? What is it? Fucking 20 different teams?
well, no, it doesn't. Well, not 20 because it's not going to be that many. It could be maybe 6.
6 different. So you want 8. 6 teams free for all?
Free for all. What are we fighting for?
I mean, competing.
Well, your point system. Yeah, your point system could still apply. I mean, think about Game of Thrones. It really is.
Problem is, I don't trust other streamers to give them that power to lead a house.
Really? Okay. Well, if that's the issue.
I do not. They will quit because view count may not be where they want it. They might quit.
But that's the key. So let's say you are Joffrey.
That's true.
You have to find the right hand of the kings.
Yes. Now I know Ampi's not quitting. What else is he gonna go do?
Yeah, Ampi's a good too.
I know Zaryu's not gonna fucking quit. What else?
So
is he
you
gonna
already
do?
have 2.
Yeah, I have those 2. I could go with.
Sorry.
You can go with S-Fan. His ego.
That's funny.
S-Fan would probably do it.
S-Fan doesn't like hardcore, and he doesn't really like OnlyFangs.
But the
I don't
other
think.
problem with doing it this way is now those people don't get to play together.
Who?
Any of those people I just listed, and anyone else who ends up in officer.
That's better.
Yeah, it could be, sure. Unless their houses meet up and do a mags and gruels together.
Well, they will. So they will play together.
Yeah, and majority of the content's going to be heroics. You're going to be in, or not even heroics, regular ass dungeons, role play outside. I mean, truth be told, I'm excited about it, but I'm worried about it because I don't know if TBC is going to have the same weight that Classic did.
It doesn't have to. It has to be okay.
I mean, dude, everyone's cooked on Twitch right now. There's a whole lot of nothing to do. So, and
you
also,
want to know why?
and no one's getting view count either in anything.
Well, you know why?
Why?
It's because everyone speed runs everything.
What do you mean?
You know, like the example with the tier list that I brought up in the past. Instead of because everyone's because my whole strategy on Twitch, which worked by the way, was to do the most boring content I could for as long as.
Is that true, guys? Oh shit. Of course I get ganked when I'm watching this video, man. You're kidding. I have 163k on me. And I'm getting wrecked by the boss too. All right, let's finish this.
As I could.
Okay.
With people watching.
Sure.
Okay. So I would have one interesting thing a week, maybe, and the rest of it would be boring to kind of spread it out.
Sure.
But nowadays, this is a bit off topic, but what people do nowadays, it's, hey, I'm in New York. Now I'm in Hawaii. Now I'm in Australia. Now I'm in this. And that just raises the motherfucking bar.
No, the bar is very high.
And it burns everyone out because people are. This is kind of what Ice did early on. Like his content has to keep moving the bar. But there's
they're all young, man. But you're talking about the young people.
I'm talking about even our friend group kind of travels a lot too.
Okay.
But there's only so much stuff.
So he's talking about IRL. The IRL section is just doing crazier and crazier and crazier stuff, and the bar is being raised so high that it's hard to do anything anymore. And then the viewer's expectation of content is oh, did you hear what Kai Cenat's doing? He's streaming with LeBron. And now it's oh shit. Now, unless someone's streaming with a celebrity, they're not going to watch it anymore. So they're getting this burnout fatigue. And so that's why the viewership is going down. Is he cooking with that?
Stuff you can do.
Yeah.
And Twitch, and the OG Twitch was more about actual relationships, like Soda and Reckful's relationship, building genuine stuff. That kind of why it kind of works so well. Parasocial, call it what do you want, whatever.
Sure.
But now I do think there is a lot of burnout. Jason's doing an island stream, agents in Antarctica. It's great.
That's crazy.
It's great, but the thing is, they're talk about numbers. They're doing all this crazy stuff. I used to get 20k viewers in the kitchen. And they're doing all this crazy stuff, and it's just so. And now it's okay, well, you were just on an island. Well, now I don't want to watch you do a normal cooking stream. So that's why it feels it's so burnt out, because everything's been done
dude, Nick is kind of cooking right now, huh?
Well, that's the just chatting world. I'm talking honestly, no one's getting views anywhere. And
but games is kind of the same way, because games are bad.
What do you mean?
The games are just not. Besides Arc Raiders.
Isn't Marathon big right now? Why are you laughing? Is it not?
It's
guys, is the viewers down?
Projections are it's okay.
Are the viewers down on Twitch across the board, or is that what Soda's saying right now? Is it everywhere? Everywhere the viewers are down? Nobody's watching Twitch anymore? Are we cooked? Do I need to switch professions? No, just your stream? Oh no. Guys, is it really just my stream? Oh no. Are they comparing it to the quarantine era? Guys, there hasn't been a quarantine era. You guys know how long ago that was? 2019. COVID was 7 years ago. Are we still comparing the numbers to that? Surely not, right? Okay, 6 years ago. All right, 6 years ago, guys. Come on. COVID was a while ago. And obviously, like, the COVID numbers were crazy. And that's when all the streamers were like, it was like the streaming glory days when nobody was doing anything. But I don't know if the numbers overall are down on Twitch, but there's just way more streamers now. I think that it's just way more competitive. So the number of viewers per channel is lower now than it used to be. That's my take. So that I think that's where I'm at with it.
The games are doing too much, bro. They should have kept it plain, kept 5 games. No more new games.
Well, the other thing I was thinking about with OnlyFangs is we really need to somehow branch out of WoW. Not do OnlyFangs outside of WoW, but we should have some in-house OnlyFangs tournaments that are not in WoW. And that's the Rainbow Six Siege tournament I did. I'm like, you know what? What if we did an in-house of this? Yeah. And again, it goes towards these Aldor and Spire points.
You do understand what actually made OnlyFangs successful, right?
Roleplay and the collabing with everyone.
Yes, the second part.
Drama.
Yeah, the collabing with everyone.
Yeah, like
the drama.
And again, that's also in the just chatting. Oh my God.
How do you get drama?
Emily's talking to Agent for the first time. This is crazy. And it goes hard, you know? Mm-hmm. But then all of a sudden, now it's like Emily with Mr. Beast, this guy, that guy, this guy. It's overloading. You know,
invite a bunch of people. Invite a bunch of people.
Effect as it did before, and the numbers kind of show that.
Yeah.
But that's the same thing with what you do with OnlyFangs. Oh my God, it's pirate software and Tyler One, all these people playing together. The game itself was kind of, it was cool.
No one gave a fuck.
Yeah, but it's more about, and that's the thing.
Classic WoW was so fucking easy.
Exactly.
You didn't have to try that hard. TBC, you can die every dungeon.
You will die.
But I don't think you're right.
No, I mean, what were the biggest things from OnlyFangs that you guys remember? Number one, pirate software, ratting out of the dungeon, right there at the top of the list. The biggest scandal of all time came from OnlyFangs. Tyler One stealing the guild leader from Soda Poppin'. Tyler beating Soda and stealing the guild from him. What were the biggest moments that any of you guys remember from OnlyFangs season 2? Sard versus Yamato. Okay, well, we're in my stream, so people are probably going to remember that. Rav's journey. I mean, to be fair, Rav was super popular in season 1. I don't know if Rav was super popular in season 2, so most people probably won't remember Rav from season 2. Sequisha learning the Petri recipe and getting kicked out of the guild. Like, these are the things people remember. It's the drama. It's the drama that people remember. Zoroji going into the arena and killing Sequisha. There was that drama. Tyler dying in Molten Core and then crashing out on everybody because they didn't listen to his call. That was massive. Us getting DDoSed at the very end in the last raid. That was massive. Those are the moments people remember. It's like the gameplay, Shobek attacking the Bonkai wrong guy. When Shobek went to kill Yamato in the arena, he attacked the wrong rogue. He was going to go kill Yamato and he just completely attacked the wrong guy. Shobek having beef with Zico, and then of course Shobek lost the Makara. Yeah, like those were some of the craziest things from OnlyFangs too that people remember. Not necessarily the gameplay. WoW is just like the foundation for it.
But I don't know if anyone cares.
We'll see, man. Like we'll see. Maybe
but that's about where I'm at.
Maybe
I think Soda Poppin' is so worried, and what he does is he kind of like this is Soda Poppin' to a T. He will always downplay the idea of what he's thinking. So Soda will be like, I'm thinking we're going to do OnlyFangs 3, but I just don't know if it's going to be any good. And then he waits. He waits for people to beg him to do it so that he can be reassured that it's a good idea. He's always done this, by the way. Even on his stream. He's like, guys, I was thinking about playing that new Resident Evil game, but I don't know. I mean, everyone's playing it. Do you think it's like too overplayed or should I try it? And then he'll wait. He'll wait to see his chat. And his whole chat will be like, play. Oh my God, I'll give you 20 subs if you play or whatever. Like, just making shit up. But if he sees, he wants people to like beg him to do the content. I see this a lot. And it's smart. I'm not flaming him for it. I'm kind of like, this is a great tactic for a streamer to figure out whether an idea is good or not. And he does it all the time. He does it. It's just like learning from a grandmaster at streaming. I'm kind of like appreciating this in a way. That he finds a way to make it chat's idea to do things. And he kind of downplays everything until people beg him to do it. So then he could feel like reassured that it's a good idea. It's like sticking your toes in the water to see if it's warm in the pool. And he does this a lot.
You know what, Chance? With all your point system that you're thinking about, you might just get after 3 months, 6 months, one Karazhan done or attempted.
Yeah.
Like literally,
you're right.
One attempted.
I think when you have a big event, there's going to be a lot of motivation going on. But the other things I got to work on, I need to rate players. And this is going to get toxic. But players have to get rated. So I have to have a more in-depth system other than sweats and non-sweats. Because what if your house, Nick, you're like, I want to be the Nick house. Well, I'm going to bring Ompi, I'm going to bring Zeroji, I'm going to bring Saren, I'm going to bring
well, that's why you need. That's why you need a draft.
Well, not just a draft. I have to rate players. I think the officers are going to draft, but you're going to have 30 points to work with, and players are going to be worth a certain amount of points. So, example, like an Ompi would be worth a 10. Ompi's cleared all of this. He's done it in tactics. Like they've done this.
So, if you had a bunch of separate houses that were I think you should draft the sweats. I think that the houses should be filled with different noobs. And they should all compete or draft the sweats of their choice to help them clear the content. So the WoW streamers should be the ones getting drafted. Whereas if 2 people come over from Valorant, they should just be in the same house together. And then those 2 should be like, yo, what sweat do we want to try to go for? You know what I mean? Like if Ziz brings over some PoE streamers, Zizaran, they all go, Zizaran and Steel Mage, they go on the same team together. And they're like, okay, let's try to get Zaryu as our sweat. You know what I mean? I think that's how it should go.
This on hardcore, they've played it, they've seen it, they're WoW players, they know what they're doing. They're worth a 10, but you only have 30 points to work with. Or that'd be for a 5-man. For a 10-man, let's say you have 60 points to work with. You want to take 4 ones?
But is this within their respective groupings, or like is this everyone can pick from everybody?
You can pick from everybody.
Interesting.
I think. But how do I rate these players?
See, that's why having like the houses wouldn't be an issue, because you have like a house and you get picked, right?
Okay, but the problem is, so we have 10 officers. What do I do with the extra 500 people who are now not picked?
I mean, you can fill them in. Just put the like you have to. Because okay, number one, you have to have a structure. You have to. You have to figure out how many raids are going to be run.
I don't know.
Okay.
How many people are going to fucking play?
Exactly. So the easiest way to do is you can have a system based on 2 raids, and you can just multiply it. But if there's more players, right?
Okay.
So you can do that. Let's have a base system, and let's say a house can only fill 2 raids, like because only 20 people make it. Mm-hmm. If 40 people make it, then you can just double it. Whatever the system may be. If that makes sense. Because like you can have these sweats, right? Mm-hmm. And you can rank them. And they get picked into whatever team. Like let's say you rank me a sweat, bro. I might not even make it to 70 without dying.
It's true. So like it's all about really who's there in the end. We have no idea who's going to be able to make it to these raids.
That's true.
And I think a lot of the point system that you will be awarded, like it's more like you have points, and if you die, you lose points. Dude, people are going to get fucking clobbered, man.
I know. Well, I've also thought about other random stuff. For example, I'm going to award points for random shit.
Yeah.
First person to sit in a chair.
Okay.
First person to go kill these Yetis in the north of Winter Spring that you would never kill otherwise, and loot this gray item, you will earn your first to level fishing to 375. First to level.
How would you even track this? The add-on?
Yeah, you can track all of these things.
Got it.
And so really, I want there to be thousands. This is you got to be an autistic think tank.
So he's making a league. It does kind of work this similar to DMM, if DMM is similar to a league, where you get credit for doing something the first time, like an achievement. And you can make achievements for just about anything. So we did this in OnlyFangs too. This is not a new thing. He's just doing it again. Like the first person to die lost a shitload of points. He lost like 300 points to be for being the first person to die. And he lost it for the entire race. The entire troll race lost that many points. Like lost 300 points.
Thousands of things where going out and doing random stuff might be
just
worth it.
Quick question. Without the house idea, and let's say there are 100 people that want to play per raid, how did you imagine like a raid getting formed?
I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't. I mean, I again, I'm looking back on the last OnlyFangs. It was just me and Tyler, and we drafted it. And we're only allowed a certain amount of sweats and a certain amount of bad players. It was half and half.
Okay.
Then again, that was it. Sweats and non-sweats. That's how I rated everyone. Now I think I need a more detailed, at least a rating of 1 through 5. I would rate myself a 3. No, I'd give myself a 4. And the reason a 4 is I'm a big WoW player. I've played all of these raids. I've not done it in hardcore, and I'm not, that great at it. But you take like an Ompi, that's a 5. Then you go to a 3. That'd be like who would be a 3? I can't think of a 3. Maybe I'd be a 3.5. That's why I need a 10 ratings. I'd give myself like a fucking 7 if I could, right? I'd give you a 7 too.
Would I get a 7?
You would get a 3 at best.
So we're 7s.
Finn.
Yeah, we've not.
Everyone's
have you
going to
rated?
die.
Have you rated SSC?
Why would I have played tier 5?
Exactly. You have not.
No.
Now, the OnlyFangs will end when we get to that. We're all dead. That's a wipe. A full guild, best geared players wipe. That is probably going to be like only one guild is going to go in. We're going to take our biggest hitters. It's a full content raid. We're going to try and do it.
Merging of the houses.
I know we will fail. And that will be OnlyFangs. That's how it will end. And then we're just going to wait for Classic Plus whenever the fuck that happens.
Okay.
And we're not going to do OnlyFangs in Classic Plus because people want to play it normally. I don't know.
I just think that maybe I'm high on my own gas, but I do think the only way you can possibly fill raids the right way is finding houses, and finding the leaders of the houses is the hardest part. And then you can apply because this is just like it's like a way of sorting people. That's all it is, by the way. It's just a way of sorting people.
I just don't, dude. I think people prefer just 2 teams.
Really?
I think.
And you want a big draft?
No, I don't really want a big draft. I just think it's hard to keep track of 5 teams. I didn't know who the fuck any of the Targaryens are. The only ones I know.
Baratheons.
I barely knew only
Lannisters, Starks.
Tyrells.
Sure, I guess I know the names, but I think
Martells.
your average viewer, that for how much they'll actually pay attention, two teams. Is it. I think going past that is expecting too much of people that are half-ass watching, which makes up majority of viewers.
The Tullies.
What do you think about that?
I think that's the strongest case because I've been really aligned with what Nick thinks.
Sorry, would you be a 5? What would my rating be in OnlyFangs TBC? I mean, probably similar to Soda's, maybe even less. I don't think I'm a sweat in TBC. I mean, I've played TBC before. I had 2 characters in TBC 5 years ago. Do I remember anything from that? No. Have I played World of Warcraft very much in the past 6 months? No. How many times have I done Kara in the past 5 years? Once with Zaryu the other day. So I don't know where I'm at anymore on a sweat scale, to be honest.
But I can see
That's because we'll be participating.
Because and like the comments too, they were all super excited at the prospect of doing.
They're gonna be. They're
theme.
commenting on a fucking Patreon video.
No. Our main episode is what I'm talking about. But
are you invited?
What you're
I think
saying
so.
makes sense to me regarding.
I mean, I don't know for sure, but I'm in the Discord.
Like there will be multiple. It's 2 teams overall, but your house will be earning a bunch of points. You will be competing with the other houses on your team. You're on the same team at the end of the day, but you are competing. How many points does your house earn?
I think Eldar and Scryer, like no one cares. It's such like an insignificant part of WoW.
Yeah. I mean, I thought about
even having.
We can go horde and we can do races again and say fuck it.
Yeah, we also okay.
Because we can do races on Alliance too. Gnomes and dwarves versus humans and elves.
Yeah, but even then, but like, why,
Dre
at
and I
that point, why not just do like a fictional house, like a house that you like create? I don't know, whatever.
But you have to RP it. Listen, you can RP horde so easily. It's so funny too. Orcs and Taurens and all of them.
But we're RPing right now as.
Yeah, well, the main thing I think that I fully agree with Nick is there is nothing about the house idea that can't be creatively incorporated.
Yeah,
like,
the event is invite only.
Yeah, it's like a template.
Yeah, you can repurpose it to whatever you need.
Yeah, so you can have like.
Stay.
Yeah, you can have like, for example, Aldor and Scryer, the North. There's different houses in the North. The Starks, the Boltons.
Aldor and Scryer is great because you're literally in chat and there is a zone. You're literally not allowed. Yeah. And you're going to be remember, there's going to be proximity voice.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
Aldor is going to have an elevator where you fall off and die, and Scryer does not.
Yeah.
So there's going to be that. It's going to be corpses. They're going to laugh. So there is some Aldor Scryer funny shenanigans.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, is there a problem with doing what Nick's saying, where you just
no, absolutely no.
Exactly.
That's gonna be in. It's just Aldor and Scryer is at the top, the main teams. What else would you do?
Yeah,
again, if Nick wants to do 5 versus 5, or not 5 versus 5, like a 5-team free for all. Now we're under discussion.
It's not really a free. Well,
it is. It's 5 different houses versus each other.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
That is what it will turn into. So now you got 5 different teams you're keeping track of, and you'll have a leaderboard.
I think like houses being able to clear raids. Because let's just say House S Fan's going.
Listen, it's gonna turn into that.
Yeah,
if S Fan's raid clears it, and they're the only one, every other house is gonna be.
Think of it this way: every other house is gonna be watching.
Yes,
the other people raid.
Absolutely,
and that is the cross pollination.
That's true.
Yes, I will watch all of that. That's gonna happen, and that's whether it has to. It's 10-man raids, man.
Yeah.
So when another raid clears it,
to be fair, it's so much content.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Think about you. Like, you don't even have to play the game.
You'll actually be rooting. You'll be hate watching a lot. Hate watching is good content, and it's continuous content. It's 24/7 content to hate watch. It might be the best content there is in OnlyFangs is for one person to hate watch another person when they're doing a heroic or something, and they're like, please die on this pull, please die on this pull. And everyone's like watching you, watch them, hope that they die. So when Quinn wasn't in the raid, Quinn was like a notorious hate watcher in OnlyFangs too. When he wasn't in the raid, he was hate watching. He wanted everybody to die, and everyone watched Quinn hopefully everybody die, and he was just sitting there. Alondo got pretty popular for yelling breathe in Onyxia, and those were good moments. If you divide people and you get points if they die, that's good hate watching content.
No.
And you get to watch this shit for free.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so good.
Now, what I worry about is Tyler. Tyler does not know TBC. And I told him
Classic.
Yeah, but now it's punishing in TBC. I don't know if he understands that.
Is he gonna play?
He said he would do it, and he's fucking pumped. He said, like, anything, let me know when. I'm down.
Oh, wow.
He's down.
I'll teach Tyler how to play TBC. He loves me. We'll run it by him and see what he says.
He said this like half a year ago, so I don't know.
So I think, oh my God, as a warrior, dude, he's stepping over bombs. He's getting cleaved. He's going to be in front of bosses that do, cleave.
He's going to die repeatedly.
He's going to die. He is...
Gibson, thank you for the prime.
No, and the thing is, like, I would lie in Classic, be like, Tyler's so screwed, but Classic is that easy.
He absolutely
and we
hates
did
you.
molten core. That's all we did was molten core.
I think you're gonna have a whole bunch of really, really good, because it's gonna be hard for people like him to get to max level. Maybe I'm wrong.
Dude,
but he's finally gonna get it. He's gonna get attuned. Because
is he?
Yes, because he's gonna die 5 times. Let's say he keeps playing, right?
Okay.
And he's finally gonna make it into Kara. He's gonna go in there, and the mobs before a huntsman are gonna fear him in another pack. He's gonna die. It's gonna be over.
Yeah, that's it.
Because the shaman's not gonna trim her down. He's not gonna Zerker Rage it. He's dead.
Yeah, but am I crazy? I don't even see this as a problem as long as whoever it is continues to play as long as they're able to.
You're right.
It just takes on a level.
But they won't keep playing.
So that's the only thing.
I don't really blame them either, because like leveling is such a slog.
It's bad content.
Fun.
Once everyone's max level, leveling is bad content. It's bad for your stream. It doesn't matter who you are. That's why Soda did a subathon when he died, because he knew it was bad content, and that was the only way he could keep the viewership, is to do a subathon through it where they tortured him the entire time, and that was the content. That's just how it goes.
Yeah.
Classic.
Even if you boost, so like let's say the first time you can't boost, of course, and then from there on, every single time you die, you can boost. Why not?
And the reality is, like, Tyler probably didn't mind leveling much, and he may not. A lot of people may not admit this, but the truth is, because I can admit it, if I died and I had to re-level and my view count was horrible while leveling,
It's pain.
it hurts.
Yeah.
Because you're sitting there like this. I'm not having fun, but my stream's not, like, why am I doing this? This is awful. So if we do TBC OnlyFangs and the view count is just fucking not there, I know streamers are going to be unmotivated and want to go do something else.
Listen, man.
I can view bot everyone.
Yeah.
Just view bot everyone. Didn't the fucking CEO, or not CEO, some manager
Just
talk about
view
it?
bot
I'm so
everyone.
glad it's in the open. I'm
Yeah.
so glad.
You know what's so funny?
Multimillionaire caring about view count. Let me tell you something. Soda doesn't care necessarily about his own view count. He just doesn't want to put the amount of effort that it takes to run this thing if people are not going to play because the view count isn't there. It's a legitimate concern to try and put this much effort into anything that people are going to just not attend. And so he's worried about that, but I think he's too worried about it in a way. I think that OnlyFangs will always be successful. The number of people that show up, people love watching this. Matter of fact, there is nothing else to really watch right now. There's nothing crazy going on right now. GTA 6 is not coming out. Both versions of WoW are about to be dead in a matter of 3 weeks from now. After Race to World First, there is going to be nothing going on. It's a great time to do OnlyFangs here in the next few months. So I think he's being a bit too concerned with it.
I don't mind this person.
He just
at
wants
all,
it to be good, yeah.
But the tweet they made was really dumb. They were like, because again, I'm big against view buying. I'm gonna make that clear, obviously.
Yeah.
But they were like, "Oh, this is such a stupid take. It's like saying if you play against someone in FPS and they're aimbotting, you're at a disadvantage. But you are.
You are.
And I'm thinking to myself, how can you tweet this as an adult and not understand? Yeah, even though it's wrong, the person you are playing against who's aimbotting has an advantage over you.
Yes, they do.
And I saw his tweet. I'm just like, God,
No,
you're 30 and you know?
The past 4 or 5 years on Twitch, the honest streamers are being punished.
Yeah.
We're out of time, everyone. I want you all to think for a second. So, someone who has not watched Game of Thrones or the new show is going to come in. They're going to be like, we're going to talk about, oh, the spoilers. And they're going to be like, oh, all right, I guess I can't watch this segment. They're going to look down at the fucking video and they're going to see the fucking Night of the Saving Kingdom segment is 3/4 of the video. No, beginning to the end. They have 5 minutes of WoW.
But maybe people will like watch it and be like, oh, what Nick and Chance said, I get it now.
About what?
Maybe they'll watch this pod and then go watch the show and be like, okay.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
Oh.
And like, honestly, I'm curious. Like, if nobody watches this because nobody watched the show, but they also don't want the spoil. To me, we're in the sweet spot. People either don't care at all, or they've already watched it, or this is the call to now watch the show and then watch the podcast.
How about you watch the pod,
Or
then go watch the show, and then leave a comment and see if we're dumb or not.
They come in here, they see spoilers. I don't have time to watch that right now. They close the video and they forget.
Oh, is that the end of it? I don't know. They were talking about I guess that's what they were dressed up as. They're dressed up as some show, and they're talking about not spoiling it. Okay, they cooked a lot right there on OnlyFangs 3. That was a great conversation. I think Nick is cooking with the house thing, but Soda Poppin is kind of married to the Aldor Scryer thing, and they're trying to figure it out. But I think that no matter what, that they should try to keep the people that come over from whatever games that they're coming from together, because that's more interaction. And then you could like pin Valorant players versus Counter-Strike and Fortnite players or whatever. You can like make them hate watch each other, and that creates the same type of rivalry that the racism did, which is just the races or the tribalism that Zarya was calling it in OnlyFangs 2. It keeps kind of like some of that hate watching in there, which is actually good content because it's just drama. So I think that those ideas are really good.